And welcome back, guys, to another episode of Katawa Shoujo. In the last part, not a lot had changed. We were sort of going through Rin's path just a little bit there. I guess it's because it's still part of the character introductions. But I think today we are going out for our first set of exercises. Now, I do want to preface that I haven't chosen between Lily or Hanako yet. So if you have a particular preference, please go to my Twitter account. I have a poll up right now. I think it's one of my pinned tweets. And vote on which path you would like me to go down. I think you got maybe about a day or so left before that happens, so please go out and vote. But anyway, all self-promotion aside, let's continue. After all, if I'm going to start taking care of myself, I can't afford to slack around. I'll start from the basics. Basics which include keeping the rest of my body in shape along with what little I can do to strengthen my heart. Maybe then I can go back to something approaching a normal life, or at least something where I'm less likely to fall over dead at any minute. I'm surprised to discover that I'm not the only one present at the track. Not just that, but it's a face I've seen before. The prosthetic-legged girl who bowled me over in the hallway yesterday is running the track lithely, like a half-mechanical gazelle. What was her name again? It was a short one, but I can't remember. She seems to be running laps at a somewhat easy lope, her prosthetic legs clacking rhythmically on the hard track surface. I wonder what reason she has for running this early in the morning. Maybe it's something akin to mine, and the nurse is oppressing the poor girl to jog like he is oppressing me. I certainly wouldn't be here if it weren't for my health, and his prompting me to do so. And even with things being like they are, it's only because I wanted to get it out of the way early. The fact that I would be less likely to encounter someone who would witness my pitiful attempt to get in shape was merely a happy accident. I'd leave, but it seems that my former assailant noticed me on her last lap. She waves at me cheerfully and jogs over. "Good morning. Your name is Sal, right?" She grins, seemingly pleased that she remembered my name. "Who may not remember me?" "Emmy, I knocked you over in the hallway yesterday?" How could I forget such a blunt introduction? Emmy has the decency to look vaguely apologetic for a moment before giggling. "Yeah, sorry about that, again." Well, so long as you don't make a habit of it, I suppose I'll be fine. "Great!" I'm not sure she realized I was joking. So, the spy consultant the nurse was talking about. Is that actually you?
That's right.
Oh. I was expecting someone from the nursing staff, to be honest.
What? Are you saying I don't look like I could be a spy?
No, this is more like a relief. I was afraid you would have someone to watch my every move. Unless you are here to do exactly that.
No, I'm here for my own reasons. The nurse just asked me if I had seen a messy-haired transfer student who looked like he was kinda lost around the track.
So, why are you down here?
Emmy strikes a dramatic pose. Training.
For what?
Track.
Ah, I see. You're on the track team, then. Emmy nods enthusiastically.
Yep, I'm one of the better runners, too.
And modest about it, too.
Hey, you should join up. It's good exercise, you know.
I think that much activity is probably out of the question for me. Nah, I'm not even sure that I really like running all that much. Plus, I'm just not into organized sports, you know? It's true, I never really got that much into soccer. I mean, I'd run around with my friends and all, but that was really the only reason I ever played. It wasn't for the glory to be found on the field, that's for sure. Emmy seems to understand my meaning.
I see. Not into the whole organization thing. But now that you're here, I guess we're going to run together, huh?
What? Sure, I guess. Emmy seems pleased.
Are you going to warm up?
Real men don't warm up.
Oh no, you always should warm up. Bad as Sal.
She scolds me enthusiastically, but then smiles and leans closer.
I hate warming up too.
She laughs suddenly.
Heck, I even have to stretch my legs.
As if to confirm her statement, she bounces up and down a couple of times, giving a passing impression of standing on a pair of springs. Her leg blades seem to be quite elastic.
Let's go!
So we both take off around the track, and I can immediately see that she wasn't lying about being good at running. Emmy moves fluidly, throwing herself into the run with a sort of wild abandon. I find myself concentrating more on running properly. Hands spread, right? And something about hitting on the balls of your feet rather than the heels. I try to match my stride to Emmy's, but it's pretty difficult. Apparently, I'm not very good at it. And you're trying to compete with runner's legs. Those things are, like, I've seen those things in action. They're crazy interesting. You know, like, it's such an engineering marvel that we're able to still, like, we can still allow some semblance of walking. I mean, she still has her knees, from what I gather, so it's not as difficult. Like, getting, like, a proper knee joint and everything like that and getting the elasticity right, it's not that it's impossible, but because she's able to still push off because she can bend her legs is actually kind of crazy. You know, but it's sort of like the onset of augmentation in a way, because they're designed specifically to help someone run, if not just as good or even better. Maybe Emmy could help me with that sometime. I'm really not feeling up to more than a couple of laps today, and I slow to a walk pretty quickly. Emmy keeps running and doesn't seem to notice I've stopped until she passes me a second time. She quickly skids to a halt, breathing steadily in contrast to my own somewhat gasping demeanor.
Finished already?
I hang my head ruefully. Yeah, I'm not in very good shape right now. Emmy nods and then grins at me again. She seems to do a lot of smiling.
Well, the important thing is you started, right? Next time, you just have to try and hold out longer, and then longer and longer, and eventually you'll be great.
I'll keep that in mind. But I think right now, I'm gonna go get ready for class. Shouldn't you? Emmy shrugs unconcernedly.
Nah, I've got plenty of time.
I noticed that she's not wearing a watch. Are you sure? Another careless shrug.
Not really, but I've got to finish my routine. See you later, Asal.
Yeah. See ya. I'm not sure whether this morning's experiment was a success or a failure, but I'll admit, I do feel slightly good about getting out there this morning. And like Emmy said, I just need to keep at it in order to get better, right? Practice makes perfect, or something like that. It's nice, at least, to feel like I've taken some semblance of control over my own health. I'll have to try to keep this up. I head back to the dorms to wash and change into my uniform, trying to resist the urge to take a really long and hot shower. I'm tired from all the running, so I just wanted to unwind, but I don't want to break my slowly building routine to get to school before the morning rush. All right. This scene. Oh boy. I know what's coming next. After taking a long shower anyway, I dry myself off and get out of the stall to put on my clothes. Out of nowhere, a shadow appears within the mist, looming and radiating malicious intent. It bursts through the fog.
Sup?
What are you doing here? What the hell? You scared me. What's your problem?
I should be asking you that. I've been looking for you all over the place, man.
What do you mean, all over the place? I want to ask if you've been looking for me like that, stark naked, but hold my tongue back. I've finally realized I'm still naked too, and quickly hold up my shirt in front of me, but Kenji doesn't seem to notice a thing. His glasses are fogged up, but then, why doesn't he wipe them off? Is his vision so bad that it's like he's perpetually seeing through fog?
You know, your room and... yeah, that's it. I mean, I still had to get up, though. Whatever. It's not important. Can I borrow some money?
He puts on an innocent face and looks away, trying very hard to look very casual. It doesn't work. He's as transparent as his window pane-sized glasses. The funny thing is, it's just in his art design, you actually can't see his eyes, so they're not really that transparent. They're actually opaque in his character design. I know I'm analyzing him while he's naked, but, you know, to each his own. Talking neutrally like this, wearing nothing, feels awkward. Actually, somehow it's even more awkward to be naked in front of someone when they can't see me being naked, to say nothing of the fact that he's naked as well. I try to brush the feeling off with little success. Money, sure.
Awesome.
Wait, why do you need it?
Can't you just give it to me because I had the goodwill not to run through your pockets while you were in the shower? I could have, but I exercised restraint. And in the end, isn't it the thought that counts? Come on, be a pal.
This makes no sense. If it's the thought that counts, I should withhold payments, since his thoughts were so clearly impure and his intentions are probably even more sinister, since he can't tell me what they are. I say as much to him.
I'm offended, man. But if that is your game, then fine. I guess I have no choice. I want to order a pizza, and I already have most of the cost of the pizza. I need help. I need your help for the rest.
I get some of that pizza too, right?
No.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I would give you some, but you have class. You don't have time to eat pizza.
What about you?
I'm not going to class. I have to wait for the pizza and pay the guy, and then eat it. It's not easy. You have to obtain the pizza stealthily. If you don't, everyone will see you, and then the pizza, and then they will ask for a slice. It's hard world out there. Everyone wants a piece. Then you're left pizzaless in an unforgiving world. It's happened before. That's how I know. Every day I plan my vengeance, so that when the people who wronged me order a pizza, I will be there, ever vigilant.
Kenji strikes a dramatic pose completely without irony.
But yeah, I only have like 400 yen. I only need like 400 yen. Please, you're my only hope. I can't go outside and buy my own pizza. It's too far. I try not to go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Let me tell you what happened the last time I went out without carefully planning it out in advance. I was outside, can't remember what I was doing. Something, standing, maybe wondering how I got there. And then, out of nowhere, it happened. Like a flash of lightning, splitting the sky, like how you split a sandwich into 2 equal pieces to make it more manageable to hold and eat. A bird crapped on my head. It was the second most shocking moment of my life.
What was the first? He ignores me and keeps going. I want to grab him and shake him. Is he trying to keep momentum? I'll go with that, even if it's more likely he just didn't hear me. I actually know what the worst thing was. And if you haven't, you should totally watch, I think it was part 17, I think it was. That, he explains what the worst moment in his life was. As well as a bunch of other bad things that happened. Oh, goodness.
It was like in the opening of some kind of anime show. You know how there's always a part where the main dude is fighting his rival and they fly at each other and clash swords and they're like big dramatic color auras and zoom? It was like that, but with poo.
Okay.
So yeah, I need some money, please. Don't leave me hanging, man. I only need like 1,000 yen.
I thought it was 400.
Okay.
What?
I'll pay you back, I swear.
You better. That's what it means to borrow stuff.
I don't know when I'll be able to pay you back.
You have 1 week.
Oh.
Kenji winces and makes a noise like a dying cow. A particularly disturbing fact given that his baton is conducting freely.
You're not supposed to be so tight-assed. Assed? Tight-assed.
Is that a word? I mean, obviously tight-assed is, you know, like, there's a meaning to it, right? So, like, I guess assed can be a word. God, I have to look that up.
About money between brothers in arms, man. Men have it bad enough as it is. Did you know that the male porn stars only make about half of what female porn stars make?
That doesn't mean anything unless you're a porn star.
So maybe I am a porn star. On the side, struggling to make ends meet as I fight the feminist agenda. And you can't even spot me your crumbs, you bastard. Nobody understands. Nobody.
Wouldn't feminists be against pornography in the first place? This feminist agenda stuff again?
This stuff is important. I can see that you don't give a shit. But this is serious. Here, feminists are a dangerous enemy. Make no mistake. You take them lightly, and you'll wake up in the morning with a knife in your back. Bam! Out of nowhere.
How do you wake up in the morning if someone stabbed you in your sleep?
Women are terrible at stabbing things.
I thought you just said you don't have to take them lightly.
Well, I mean, don't take them lightly for the big things. Eventually, they're not, individually, they're not a threat. But if there was some kind of war, like a big war, with men on one side and the feminist forces on the other side, it would be pretty ugly. And that day will come when the feminists come out of their central top secret worldwide feminist headquarters and say, "It's on now, motherfuckers."
You're being ridiculous. There's no big worldwide feminist headquarters building. Where would they even hide that? I mean, it'd have to be massive. You couldn't hide that on Earth. Someone would have noticed a big fortress with women only in it.
Who said it was on Earth?
Oh my god. No matter how many times I've read through this conversation, it just gets worse. Every time I think about it, just a little bit more. I turn away from Kenji and start practicing frowning faces in a mirror so that I can figure out what kind of frown will best express my emotions. He can't see me from this distance anyway, which unfortunately means that he just keeps on ranting without any regard to sense and sensibility.
Yeah, there is a war going on. A war not many know about. It's a great one that will one day boil over and encompass all the known world. Then we will have to pick sides. We'll have to make a stand. In fact, it's happening right now. Imagine it. The bloody battlefield. A vicious conflict without end. I almost gave up when I thought this cause was silly. When I grew tired of the bleakness of our fight. When I mistook the time the power went out for a feminist raid and thought the end was near. But then I realized that if I give up, it would be all over. And I was like, whoa. And I knew I had to get serious, because I'm the last sane man in an insane world. It's about duty.
Must be a pretty crappy movement if it all hinges on one naked guy ranting in a bathroom and another naked guy.
So, can I have the money?
He's blocking the way out. It's getting cold because I'm still naked, and I want to go to class, so I agree to spot him the money.
Awesome, thanks, dude. We should go bowling later.
Bowling?
Yeah, it's the ultimate sport. There's almost no women bowlers either, making it also the manliest sport.
Should I wear my pink...
Oh, should I wear my pink bowling shirt with the matching shoes, or the pastel green with flower accents?
There are bowling clothings?
Maybe. Anyway,
you had better pay me back.
I can pay you back in stuff, right?
I don't have time to ask him to elaborate on what that means. I don't know. I have to get to class. You're kind of in the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hold you up. I have some stuff to do myself. The time has come.
The time for what?
I just like saying that.
Oh, God.
Okay, now's the time has really come.
For what?
I have to use the bathroom. Get out of it.
I was just going to. And what does that mean? It's a big bathroom.
So, I have to be alone or I can't go. The pressure.
Okay. What if someone else comes in?
I'll think of something.
Give him my practice frown, and it looks kind of silly reflecting in his glasses. He either doesn't notice or doesn't see. Anyway, so I get dressed and run back to my room, feeling as though an eternity has passed since I woke up. That is time that I will never get back. I'll get him for this somehow. Right now, I have to get to class. I'm the first person in class today, although I think I'm a little too early. Then again, sitting alone here for 20 minutes sure beats having to suffer that time with Kenji. The combination of fatigue, frustration, and boredom starts to make me feel very tired. I black out for a second, waking up when my head hits the surface of my desk. Rubbing my forehead, I realize that this is a good reason as any to stay up for now and stop coming to class so early later. Eventually, I hear a tapping noise outside the hallway, and Lily's tall figure appears in the doorway. She's not in this class, so she must have some other business. Maybe she's looking for Hanako. Lily stopped at the door, looking hesitant as if she was a vampire who can't come in unless invited. I consider doing so because she looks rather lonesome standing there. She steps in on her own accord, though, after straightening her skirt and shirt collar, as if it was of importance to look prim when entering our classroom. "Excuse me?" She calls into the quiet classroom with a probing, delicate voice. I realize the silence might unnerve her because of her blindness, so I break it. "Good morning, Lily." "Asao, good morning. I didn't hear you. Come in." I wonder if she's thinking it's suspicious I didn't say anything to her before. It's likely. If I were to tell too big a lie now, it would sink me. Well, I was already here, just asleep until now.
"Oh, have you seen Hanako today, by any chance?"
No, she seems to come in only just because the bell rings, or after that. Do you want me to tell her something for you?
"No, it's fine. It's strange, but I think we're the only two people in the school right now. I didn't hear anyone else on the way here."
I should have gotten up so early today, I guess.
"You're chastising yourself for doing something that other people should. Punctuality is a good thing. I think so, anyway." "It's a very busy morning today. The festival is coming up soon, and today is the deadline for event registration, budget reports, and any other official paperwork. It could be that everyone is trying to complete the necessary forms at the last minute. Maybe that is why it's so quiet today."
Hi! Oh, Jesus. God, this altercation is going to play out differently because I'm actually going to side with Lily this time. But we'll do that next time. So take care, guys, and stay frosty.